Last week in the tournament up on Pewaukee, we had a little issue. I broke the transducer mount for my Humminbird. So this is the part number that I got. It's just the transducer mounting kit. It's the MHX XNT, and then the part number is 740093-1. It's just for a transom mount. I'll show you what happened to it, and then we'll take a look at what's in this package here and what we're going to use out of it and how we're going to fix it. It's really easy. It's really an easy fix. There's just a few pitfalls that you have to avoid so you avoid getting any water in the boat or anything like that. So I'm going to show you what happened to it, and then we'll get to the repair. Okay, so right here, you can kind of see it. That bracket right there is right in here. It must have hit something because it was real flooded, and it just cracked right here. We're just going to actually put this piece on, but you have to take all of this off to get it there, and then I'll show you how we're going to do that once we show you what's in the box and what we're going to use out of this. So that's basically it. It just broke off. It snapped the little plastic right here. Probably hit a log or something when we were running, because again it was flooded. And so I'll show you how we're gonna fix this bad boy. All right. All right. So here's what you get in the package. You get your instructions. You get a big instruction book, which you really don't need. Here's what you really need. You need these two pieces right here. This piece just goes in there to hold the transducer steady, and this is of course your hardware. I just use the old ones. These I save all these though, however, so that if I ever have to mount it completely again, I'll have that. So that's all you really need. We're gonna use, this is the piece that broke right here. It cracks right over the screw hole. So that's what comes in the package. And again, you're just gonna use pretty much these three pieces and some of this hardware. But we'll get to the repair now, and we'll show you how we're doing this. Okay, so the first thing is you want to take this all off your old transducer. So it's not really that hard. I always do this all by hand, just so that I don't over tighten anything or break anything. It's a little bit hard to get out because I use silicone in there, and I'll show you that once and that silicone is really important so that you don't get there it just broke off. So that's right there, that just kind of cracked right in there is where it cracked. So but this will come off nice and easy. Oh shoot, there's one more screw. Once you get these three screws out, you're really almost done. But remember, you definitely need some silicone, something, clean this all out so that the new one's going to mount nice and flush. So you want to clean these holes out so all that silicone's out of there and off your boat. You really need that silicone though, so that in those holes, there's going to be 3 holes in the boat, and there's nothing you can do about that. So you want to make sure that's nice and clean. Then this piece, you're actually going to use the Allen key. If you have one of your own, you can use it. I just use the one they provided for us, and it's a lock washer. And then you just unscrew this. This is your mount. And this is how you can, now I had it in here pretty loose, and I kind of thought that I had it loose enough that it would, not get broke off again, but it happens. So now what I usually use, I just use the new stuff. So, so you'll see the little plastic thing that goes in there. That kind of holds the transducer. That's this thing. And she just goes in here. So that'll just kind of slide in there. And just like that. So she'll slide in there like that. So it's nice and snug. And then on the transducer itself, there's these little wheels, and these kind of fit in here. It's like a puzzle piece, like that. And then you put the other one on this side, like that. And then the new mount just goes over it. And then we're going to be like this. So the new mount goes over it, and that's how you kind of center it on here. So it's just like that. That's your... Okay, then your new bolt goes through like that, and then you put your lock washer on here. Lock washer fits in that little hole there, and then you just tighten it. So you tighten that down. Now, you don't want that to be too tight. You want there to be some play in there so that if you do hit something, you know, she'll have some give to her. That's a little too much. And you know, usually if there's a little give in there, she won't break off. But so now we're just adjusting it, the tension, to get it so that it's movable. There you go. That's about perfect. So you just want it to kind of click so it's sort of snug. Now we need to mount these. Now I've already mounted this, so the hard part's already over. It's already mounted. So now I just get some I use Loctite stuff just because I like it. Here's what I use right here. Clear silicone, waterproof sealant. Works really good. Now you just want to make sure, see, this is going to go on just like that. So you're just going to kind of, it's got little, see there, it's got like slots. So the slot goes over here, and then you just flip this up. And then that's how you line her up on the boat. And then I just take some of this silicone and really get the threads really nice, and so you've got a bunch of the silicone on the screw. You definitely want enough that it coats the screw. And it doesn't really matter if any gets on the back there. You just want enough, because you don't want water in your boat. And you know, you would definitely be able to have some if you don't put this silicone on there. So I just do that, and I do the same thing with the other screws. I kind of get the silicone off them. And then the same thing, just put the screw in there, and that will tighten up. Now, once your bracket's tightened down, you don't want to tighten it too much because it's plastic. So remember, you just kind of want to get it snug. You don't want to crack that plastic. You just get it nice and snug. So she's good. That one's snug. It's really kind of a fine line, so you don't, you know, crack the thing. I try and take all of the old silicone off, too, so that the screw doesn't And then your last screw is going to be this bottom mount one right here. And that's going to mount your locator. Why ain't she going in? What's going on here? Oh no. Oh no. So she's going to go in just like that. Well, now she's on. Now you can just adjust your locator so it is nice, and so we're good now. So now it can move, and you can actually tighten that down. Theoretically, you shouldn't hit anything. And we'll tighten this a little more snug. And there you go. That's it. So she's nice and mounted. You can see it's going to be perpendicular to the ground when she's floating. I already know that. I mean, I kind of cheated because I already mounted this, so you don't really have to worry. I don't have to worry so much about this piece here. So everything's good. She's snug. Everything's silicone, so I shouldn't take any water in there. And that's it. So just a real quick, easy how-to if you ever, if you have a Humminbird side imager. I have an 899, and that's how you do it. So thanks for watching, and be looking out for new videos. We should have some more coming, some actual fishing videos coming up soon. So, all right, thanks for watching.